Well, it's happening. So, welcome back for another video. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, you're awesome. As you probably know from the title already, I'm selling the car. There's a couple of you guys that already saw the for sale post. It's on Facebook. You could find it. I'll probably link it down below also, just so more people see it, I guess. But listen to the car for sale. Let me explain. Let me explain some of the reason why I'm listing it for sale. If it doesn't sell for what I'm asking, I'm just gonna keep it. And it's no big deal either way. I mean, I wouldn't mind selling it though. I'm gonna leave some tags down below so you could jump around the video, because I'm probably gonna send this video out to more people who are asking questions about the car, if there's anything wrong with it and whatnot, so I'll leave some tags down below. What I wanna do in this video is go over some of the things that are still wrong with the car, and I guess the reason why I'm selling it really, because I built this car originally and I planned on keeping it for a very long time, and obviously eventually painting it or wrapping the car and finishing all the stuff and making it 100%. Things change. So obviously 99% of the information about this car is already on my YouTube channel, so if you're a prospective buyer, just go and skim through the channel and hopefully you can find out the answer to your question. You can see it running and whatever minor issues I have with the car, but other than that, car's awesome. A little bit warmer out than yesterday. Still a little chilly. Not too bad though. So let's get into it. Things that are still wrong with this car that will need addressing, and some things that really don't need addressing, but there's things wrong with the car. I didn't make a list, so I'm just thinking these as I go here. So if you go back to the last 240 video, fix the windshield wipers. Those finally work. Got the turn signals installed, so we're legal. Now things that are wrong-ish with the car. So the driver's side door, which is also another video, the driver's side door and the ignition is one key, and the trunk and the passenger side is a different key that broke on me, so I don't have that key. Obviously, I mean, as you can see, maybe not so much here, but in the pictures in the ad, you can see car's not painted or wrapped, so that's obviously an issue that's gonna have to get dealt with. Right now it's white. I did paint some of the car white, not the greatest job. I wouldn't recommend keeping it like that. But you're gonna need the car wrapped or painted, unless you just leave it like this, which is typical 240, which is not painted or wrapped, just always in the still building process of the car. I'm also gonna link the video that I made about everything that's still wrong with the 240 that has some driving footage in it, so you get best of both worlds. Then another issue I can think off the top of my head, which recently started, was the passenger side window won't go up and down anymore. It's most likely just the regulator. I mean, this car is from 96, so it's 25 years old. Stuff like that goes bad. Probably something simple like that. It's in the down position right now, just 25 years old, burnt out, whatever it is. That's something that's gonna need to be addressed. Probably just a window regulator. I haven't had the time to diagnose it, but that's what my guess is. Need a little fiberglass work. Right there, right here, and then this just needs like a little Bondo here and there, because I don't think that's gonna be an issue. Now the engine. Engine is great. Obviously it looks beautiful. One issue, which isn't even really an issue because once the car's warm it works fine, but the cold start. This car hates the cold start. I don't know if it's just because I have things like the cold start valve deleted or whatnot. Once the car warms up, it's 100%. So cold start, it'll be a little hard to start here and there, so you'll have to crank it over a few times. When it's cold, like it's been the last couple weeks, it's a little more difficult to get it started. Summertime starts right up. While it's working through the cold start, it'll rev high and then drop down really low. It'll die here and there, but just start it back up once it's warm. Runs great. Once again, have videos on all this stuff working 100% since the build, so it's not really an issue to me. I've had the car back for a year or 2 years, and once it's, like I keep saying, once it's warmed up, car runs great. mean, that's really up to you if you find that to be an issue. I don't really find that to be an issue because I don't daily drive the car. I guess maybe that's why. Another thing I can think of offhand that's wrong with the car is I can't get the fuel gauge to work. I had a whole saga with this trying to get the fuel gauge to work. I bought two different new digital ones. I can't get it to work. So every once in a while I just fill the car up. I don't see it as that big of a deal. I don't drive the car that long distances, and it seems to get pretty decent gas mileage, which is interesting. Then last and certainly not least of things that are wrong, I guess you would say wrong with the car is it doesn't like to crank over all the time. It almost sounds like there's a dead battery, but there's no dead battery because I leave it on a trickle charger most of the time just to keep the battery charged. And it will start. So every once in a while it'll go and then it'll just start clicking, and if you keep turning the key, it will start. I don't know if the starter gets a little jammed. I have upgraded, well, I guess it's the upgrade starter, which is the Nissan forklift starter. So it sounds completely ridiculous starting up, which sounds like a diesel truck as compared to the old regular rb25 Nissan one. But it's a very common upgrade. It works, it starts the engine. I don't know if it's something maybe like the clearances within the engine. I don't know. I've been trying to work through that. I know it was a big problem with just the push button start that I had, which you could still rewire that back up if you want to. It was working pretty good with the ignition key, which is why I switched back to the ignition key, but it acts weird. Now, like I have said and like I will keep saying is, once the car's warm, runs great, has no issues with it. I have done a track day, which I'll link that video up here. No hiccups with it. Only issue I ran into with that is it started to get a little warm, but it was a little hotter out, and I was hot lapping the car, so just take a cool down lap and then it would cool right down. And the car ran great. Really no complaints with it. You should buy this. Now, if I remember correctly, I made a video of every single part on this car, so I'll link that one also. I don't remember if I added so much stuff after the fact, but like I said, 99% of the parts on the car I did make some sort of install video for, so everything's on the channel. Sorry if this video is a little all over the place. I'm just trying to remember things off the top of my head as I go through. Obviously, you could DM me on Instagram or through the Facebook ad. We could chat. I could send you a full parts list, full build price list of the car if you really want, just to see how good of a deal you're getting on this damn thing. Then also, obviously, you're getting the car as is, running, driving, all that good stuff. And then I will also be including every part that I could find that came off the car. So stock Zenki headlights, fenders. I'll throw the hood in even though the hood has a hole in it, the front bumper, the rear bumper, and all the interior pieces that I took off. Everything I could find, heater core, whatnot, everything will come with the car. So now with all that being said, let's get to the reason why you clicked into this video. Why I'm selling it. So not to get too personal because it's none of your damn business. Actually, I'm kidding. It will be yours eventually, but it's too early on to be part of your damn business. But the main details, we're probably going to be moving. So moving across country, which is nowhere near the East Coast. Now you're obviously going to realize that we moved after the fact because we're going to be in a different garage in a different location. When that time comes, then we'll go into the details about that. But the reason why we're selling the car is kind of that reason. I'm not dead set on selling it. If I get the price I want, I'll be selling it. If not, we're just going to take it with us. I don't have to sell the car. The area where we're moving, first of all, I don't think they have 93 octane. This car is tuned on 93. So the highest I could get there is 91. And if I could even find it, which I'm not even sure, I haven't looked into it, is E85. So both of those would be a reason to have to get the car retuned. So that's extra money right there. And if it's E85, I would have to change the injectors. Not too sure if I would need a flex fuel sensor because it's E85 if I'm just running E85. I don't remember if all the lines are E85 friendly and whatnot, so that's one of the things is the retune, which isn't that big of a deal, but extra money. Obviously the money to get it retuned, not that big of a deal. It is an issue for me. It's not the end of the world if I got to do that. But another reason, where we're moving is very warm most of the time, and this car does not have AC, so probably just die of heat in the summertime especially, and most of the year. I don't drive the car that often in the first place, but when I do drive it, it'll be excruciating. So that's the second reason. Another reason to sell the car now is actually shipping the car across country. So I already looked into prices to ship the cars. It's roughly like $1,800, $1,900 a car, which once again, not the end of the world. especially if we decide to keep it. It could be worse. Dealing with getting this car shipped will give me too much stress. First of all, car super low all around. I can't even get the jack under to jack the car up without putting it on ramps. So, I mean, I could raise the car. Really not the end of the world to do it. I could raise the car. I would definitely be taking the front bumper off, maybe putting it in the car. But then another problem, starting it. So, I mean, I don't know how these car moving companies do with this stuff. I mean, they probably do good because some companies move very expensive cars and actual race cars and whatnot. But there's a little bit of a starting process to this just to get it going. And I don't know if that would be an issue for a moving company. Now, I know you're thinking, yo, Chris, that doesn't sound like a big deal at all, any of these things. Yeah, I'm just kind of making excuses at this point because in my head I'm thinking, hey, let me just sell this car. I'll take the extra cash in my pocket. Then when we move, I could just dive right into another project instead of putting more money into this car, which, once again, it's not a big deal because I love this car. I put a lot of work into it, and why not just make it better? Kind of in my head, I'm just like set on selling the car, but like I was saying earlier, if I don't get the price I want for it, I'm just gonna keep it and make it even better than what it is now. So it's not the end of the world either way. It would be nicer to sell it before I move so I don't have to deal with shipping the car and all that other stuff, retuning and whatnot. Now, the moving part is some of the reason why I'm offering all the extra stock parts with it, just so I don't have to deal with moving that. I could sell that myself, but I don't want to be honest, I don't want to be bothered with having to sell all those odds and ends with all the stuff going on. I don't have time to do that. So I'd rather just one person come, take everything, get it out of my life, and I don't have to think about it again. I want to sell the car and I don't want to sell the car, so that's why I'm pretty firm on the number of what I have it listed for. So if you saw the Facebook ad, I have it listed for $25,000. I have well over that into the car. And if you want to try to make a deal, it could come on stock 350Z wheels instead. I did already get offered less than half of what I'm asking for the car from one person. Like, just don't even. It's a very clean car, a little rough around the edges here and there, which with a little elbow grease from you, make it into an amazing car. It's a very, very good car, and you can make it 100% amazing. You can do it. I know this video kind of sounded like a sales pitch because it kind of is. Because I'm looking to sell the car. Another reason I made this video is because I want to be as transparent as possible about this car, of what little tidbits need to be done or what's been done to it. So once again, search through my YouTube channel, check out whatever you want about the car. This video is coming out on Thursday for you guys. I'm filming it on Tuesday. Hopefully the car's sold already by then, because I got a lot of questions, a lot of trades, which I'm not interested in right now because, like I said earlier, if I have to ship 4 cars, I want to ship my 240. I appreciate you guys making it this far. If you're subscribed for the 240 SX content, don't hit that unsubscribe button just yet. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me some good wishes down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Peace out.